Okay. Very interesting Monday and Tuesday. Something I'm starting to notice, right? Let me delete all of these little drawings. Cool. So from the perspective of current price and a perspective of a major intraday direction, right? Something I'm noticing is, right, obviously we've already spoken on this, but the fact that we have high number 1, high number 2, and the fact that the high before this high was here and here, meaning there is momentum giving us a clear directional bias. But now, right, we are essentially creating a substantially less or a substantially smaller high. So that doesn't mean, you know, we can start anticipating reversal just yet, but it makes me cautious in terms of wanting the continuation, even though based on this time frame, there was a very clean mitigation, because even though this is not a substantially or too much higher than the previous high, bullish order flow is still intact, bullish structure is still intact, hence why that worked out this morning. Oh, well, last night, I'm sorry. So, right, the thing here now is, right, when I'm looking at immediate structure, right, we've already pointed out the weekly POI from last week, the weekly potential POI. Something to note here too, there is a wick there, could be of importance, who knows, right? Who's to say we don't tap here on DXY and we tap the weekly candle on EU? You know, who's to say that's not to happen? Anyways, right, as we were reading, right, price and structure, right, especially in our immediate range that was created yesterday and today, something I noted, right, obviously in terms of referencing a previous high, right, to assume continuation, right, we have our final structural leg here to here. Why? We have a solidified low there that creates a new high. So this is our immediate structural range that was taken out, right? And we even came back to mitigate an inefficiency here. The inefficient pricing was met and that reacted, meaning the sign of continuation is here. Oops, sorry. So as we start zooming in, right, even though this was, you know, essentially what was this, last night? Yes, it was last night pre-London, right? Even though it was very, very fast, it is still a move that made sense because we mitigated a previous inefficiency and that created a new low, right? Meaning the target of this initial mitigation was met. So it was met, liquidity is taken, but remember, structure is still bullish, right? Hence why we reacted from the candle of interest, filled inefficiency, and continued higher. So because that is the case, I'm expecting this to eventually be met. Right, I'll just leave it at that. I will expect this to be met because structure is still bullish, right? And when we're referencing our smaller time frame, we have an internal disruption here based on the mitigation that created a new low, which then came back to tap again and then take out the POI and then continue higher. So that shows to me a bullish liquidity grab based on that and based on that. So we have an internal liquidity grab we have an internal, oh, not an internal liquidity grab, sorry, a bullish liquidity grab, an internal disruption of order flow, and we have a continuation higher. So the only breaking point, or the only potential caution, or the only area of caution, should be this M15 wick, which reacted into the weekly POI and gave us a full reaction, because there is still the counter argument, right, that this is the entire leg and this is only an extremely deep premium. So not something I would like to play, just because technically if I were to sell here, it is considered selling a high and is considered picking a high based on the fact that we're still continuing high, retracement, continuation, retracement, continuation. I don't want to assume this without proper justification. So who knows? For the medium term, I would say we are still bullish. It doesn't make sense not to be. But yeah, we'll see. Let's look at EU. Right, the EU, right, have not touched this week. Right, for one, because we have a bullish break of structure. Two, right, that happened during London last night. And it is seen as a liquidity grab because we did take out preliminary structure points. So we have a bearish liquidity grab. We're in a discount, right? The only reasonable area of buying that makes sense is here, but this is considered picking a low, I'm sorry, in terms of where direction is going already, in terms of the inefficiency fill back down into this low. But keep in mind, we have a high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. This is the first time we take any type of structure out, meaning this is not a sign of optimism. This is the initiation of the pullback based on high, low retracement. So that is already met, right? So this is a very not deep retracement in terms of the overall leg. But right, that is giving me a type of potential sign of reversal coming, because for one, right, this is a very steep, not a very deep retracement, right, and we are coming into our weekly area of interest. Not only that, right there, let me see this, right, we have bearish diminishment, right, but I don't want to pick this low. So because this is such a big POI in terms of the weekly time frame, you could see this take time to reverse, and that's what we like to see, especially because, once again, based on structure is bearish, but the momentum is definitely slowing down, could even slow down here. And if we get a bullish liquidity grab, then you want to look for opportunity. Or if you even see something here that once we reach this weekly POI, DXY is to come up, take liquidity, and then reverse. That is also another good narrative, but you know where the directional bias is. Right, and so even though this is super deep in my eyes as well, right, I'm trying to be dynamic for both directions. So if I get an opportunity to the upside, cool. If I don't, I'll look for the disruption. I'll follow order flow to wherever it wants to go, because this is a very crucial point in my eyes. Very crucial point. H6. Creative. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that. Now, this is, if we were to reach this deep, I don't know, maybe. Possible, yes. Excuse me. Very possible. It makes sense, right? But keep in mind, the entire narrative we're trying to play is a potential bullish break of structure, back into a retracement, into then a higher move. But because this is so deep and there's strong momentum, it's hard to justify it, which is why I don't want to pick a low. But at the end of the day, you know, whichever direction this wants to give us a play in, we're going to play that direction. Now AU, tricky one as well. I know Chris got in this sell here, very nice. Now my thing is here, right, is pretty much this was, I believe, where the entry, what my entry was, my break even. Well, now it's already been taken out, but this is where the execution was last week and the target was met. So the target was met, liquidity was taken, we have a bullish break of structure, and we essentially gave a very high pullback based on high low, solidified low, retracement. So here's the thing now. We've broken structure after this mitigation, right? Because this broke preliminary structure, this is now a solidified high. So this is now a high retracement, lower high, high momentum, bearish movement, and it shows a continuation of price. So this one also, I don't have a reason to be bullish. You could say right, that we could be touching a potential turbulence point, but even as you can see, right, this, where this is reacting from, doesn't make much sense to me. So I'm more so caring about that and that continuation BOS, reversal BOS, right? And if we continue higher, we should see a type of reversal to the downside or a continuation to the downside. And with that being said, because this is a lower high based on this high, this is naturally a target. Especially with the fact that the momentum has already shown itself, and then from there we'll go. But obviously, if we are to take this POI, we could potentially see sign of reversal, or if we see a minor pullback and then we take liquidity and then we start coming back higher, that's more so a bullish break of structure to me, a bullish liquidity grab to me. So it makes a lot less sense to sell here without the full confirmation in the smaller time frame. But I mean, I would say very sloppy to an extent. Today's session didn't really show as much from an overall perspective. I know there was some good intraday plays, but like for example, right, with EU there was a intraday play. You could see the bearish break of structure back into a premium, into a premium, and then took out previous liquidity. So that was an intraday play, but don't really care much for the continuations. I want the big trades, just so I could stay off my computer more. But anyways, looking at GU, this one's an interesting one as well, right? Kind of sloppy, just because we have came into the POI, a POI that was referenced, right? The 50% was met, the reaction was met, the break of structure was met, but we have seen a very strong push to the downside, right? And when it comes to GU, I would more so play those deeper retracements. I would not be surprised even if we came back down there. But just looking at how strong this bearish closure is, this inclines me more to believe that we are going to continue lower, especially because look at the wick we reacted off of. So because that is confirmed, that is a solidified reaction, right? There is a possibility that we could come back and meet this previous low, even though this was already taken out. There's a possibility that we could still come take this liquidity out, because just as we had a bearish liquidity grab, we could have a bullish liquidity grab as well. But the same thing here, it's just I don't want to be bearish in a very bullish market. So I'm more so waiting to see what kind of hand this will show. Pretty straightforward as well. we see a very clear POI here. You could very clearly see the open was stopped here. Right, candle open, right, which dictated a bullish narrative, and then we have the bearish liquidity grab, and now we're seeing more discounted price based on the solidified low. So this is getting a bit interesting. I don't want to be bullish, you know, on here just yet, especially with the strong momentum coming in. So obviously if we slow down, a smaller time frame liquidity grab, okay, that's different. But based on the speed that we are currently going at, if this continues this fast down here, I don't really I wouldn't be too attracted into wanting that, just because of the high momentum and the fact that this is now a solidified high, a lower high, and a lower high based on the high lower retracement, preliminary structure. First time we've taken out structure, so full leg is here. Nice 1 to 10 potential intraday sell. Are you talking about this right here or this right here? Yeah. No, yeah, I did see that this morning. I did see that. I don't remember what time frame. It was M3, yep. So, for one, you have a target. But the thing is, right, is this showed its hand. Once we show our hand, then we have a range to play off of. And you can very clearly see, right, the inefficiency with the invalidation at the high of the candle. So I'm pretty sure that's what you saw, right? Or did you take the reaction off of it? Let's see, actually. I did not see this reaction. Actually, yeah, I did. Yeah, so you took it off of this. So question, where is your SL and why? Nice, that's nice. It's even tapped the wick here. That's crazy. Yeah, I would not like that. I would think that'd be a bit too deep. And you could see the change of character here. That's the change of character, right? High momentum. And all this is doing is recovering, making price efficient, and then the continuation downward. Very nice. Very nice. And that should meet your target, if I'm being honest. I mean this target, I'm sorry. That should meet this. 30 pips. I would have probably taken, if I really wanted to, I would have taken this. Almost a 3 pip. But nice. Very nice. Yeah. Your entry would have been better. Yeah, this entry will pay you way more often than this entry will. 100%. Just because of the Y aspect. Bearish structural range, bearish reaction, internal bearish structural range, mitigation, continuation. Get off that time frame. What do you mean? So you see this is just a range. I would not play that whatsoever. So now because it showed its hand, this is a turbulence point. So once you look into the turbulence point, then you have that area of interest. Let me see. And the first POI would have been right at equilibrium, but buy lower, sell higher. So yeah, that should definitely hit target. That's already at a 1 to 10. Nice. Yeah, bearish break of structure. Now the thing is, I wanted a bit higher. I wanted a bit up here. That's why I didn't really take this, because of where it's mitigating from. You see, this isn't the best, most clear mitigation. And then once you break structure to a downside, didn't give any type of premium. Yeah, but obviously I don't trade London. You see, this is much clearer. Why? Because even just looking at price action, you have a solidified low because we took preliminary structure. This is now unwillingness, bearish break of structure, and on the M5, you see the 50% fixed stop here, probably. Yeah, easily 3 pip. And as we zoom in, yeah, my SL would have probably been right above that wick. That's nice. Let's see, is there anything on these seconds? Yeah, my SL would have been right above this wick here. As you can, yeah, got that right. You could see the mitigation, continuation. Conservative would have been there. But yeah, that was nice. Let's see. But yeah, this wasn't something I would have played. I didn't like that. Would have wanted here. And that's already 80 pips almost, is it? Just in session? Yeah, very nice. But yeah, very volatile day, I guess. But overall, yeah, but overall, still just a continuation, right? Monday's price action was pretty pointless. Kind of why I don't like to trade Mondays. Pointless right there. Pretty pointless there. And pretty pointless there. And pretty pointless there. So maybe tomorrow we'll see something interesting. But today looks like we're going to get a very bullish closure in terms of dollar. But yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, that's pretty much what I got for today. Yeah, but you see, this is something I would not play, period. I wouldn't even acknowledge that. Don't care for that until we break the high. We break. This is not a break. Right? And we either break the high or the low. I would not play this at all. You'll try to catch yourself trying to pick a lower high of a range and you don't even know which direction it's going to go yet. You're just guessing what's happening inside, because this is necessary for price to come into the high of the range, and then obviously these breaks of structure are required to come back into the low of the range. Yeah, but yeah, that's a good observation, right? Willingness to come higher but fails. That's a good model. Yeah. And then obviously the recovery to the continuation. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna read DMs later today. I did not have any time this weekend. I have a lot of DMs to get to, but all right. But yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, if you guys don't want to show any charts, then I'll see you guys on Thursday. I mean Friday. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not gonna be here Friday. I'm not gonna be here Friday because it's Sergio's birthday weekend. Yeah, you can show me. You guys can show me whatever. I can stay here for like another 30 minutes. Then I have to go take care of some chores. Just because I know we're not gonna have a call on Friday. But yeah, if you guys want to show me your trades, I know a lot of you got trades today too. Yeah, so if you guys want to show me your executions today, we can go over them. Okay, right here. Let's see. I like this. Let's see. So obviously, structure is bullish, right? But then high, well, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, solidified high, pullback, retracement, unwillingness, showing its hand, and that is your parameter. Nice. So did you actually read the structure like that? Because this is what matters. This is what matters. And then this, the fact that this then failed, gives you an invalidation. Yeah, nice. This gives you, so this is like catching a reversal while at the same time letting it give you a reason at the risk. So obviously you're bullish. You have a solidified low, then you have a high, which is a retracement, which is a sign of optimism. So here is technically a reasonable buy scenario, but we didn't even reach the candle of interest. So this eventually could not meet the requirement to take out structure. So here, once this breaks structure, this is your invalidation. That's nice. It's actually where is it? Right here. Just because I want a straight line. So yeah, your invalidation is nice there. And this didn't mitigate, I believe. No, it did not. A bullish disruption where? Where? If anything, bro, what you gotta realize here is what I'm, let's see, where's this? So because you have a solidified high, I mean low, I'm sorry, this is just the pullback of this leg. I mean solidified low, I'm sorry. So not a pullback, but this is the initial push. So the reason why this led to failure, you have to realize too, is, where is this? There. So this dictates, right, the failure, or the eventual failure of this being a sign of optimism, and it shows that this is giving us bearish signs. So then we have the high break structure, right, meaning invalidation. This would have been hard to take, if I'm being honest. This is a very hard trade to take, if I'm being honest. But yeah, very nice. But I like the mitigation. About 2.5 pips, that's not bad. Target met. Bias reversal. But yeah, the difference maker is always order flow. Difference maker. High, low retracement. Well, technically low, high retracement. Unwillingness, because we then have this. Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, let's see. Anybody else? I don't know what you mean by which one is a bullish disruption. You gotta show me, bro. I don't know what you're looking at. All right, let's see. Jesus. What am I saying? Okay. So was this, okay, this looks like, was this a pullback? This is a pullback, correct? No, show it to me on here. Show it to me on here. We have a couple minutes. So was this a pullback? That was the high before London. Okay. So direction is settled. Internal disruption solidifies the slow. Gives us a pullback. Very, very slow momentum. Right, so yeah, that's nice. This is very clear momentum. And I don't know, okay, so this is a 5-second SC. Okay, cool, yeah, because I would not use that wick. I would have, in this scenario, I would have probably done 50% of the candle and have my entry at the 50% with my SO obviously above the high. And then obviously that shows direction. This shows solidified high. And yeah, M1 inefficiency feel nice. And then this is just order flow continuation. Why not use that wick? Why would you use that wick? See, okay, you're still new, so I don't think you get this yet. Why do we not use that wick? We don't just randomly use wicks. Just so you know that. But why is that not a valid wick? Well, not on the initial candle. The wick has to be on the open. Because that follows SC rules, but it's just not on the open. The open of the candle is here. That's why I said I would use the entire candle and then 50%. Not the wick. That wick doesn't make sense. Yeah. Because it's a valid candle. as a whole. No matter what way you look at it, it's a valid candle. But you have a low and a high and then the 50%. That's what I would use as a 50%. Use that to red. Yeah, it would be valid because the open would then be here. Like this. Yeah, it's very nice. I've already read your DM. I've already read it. I just haven't opened it. Yeah, bro, that's good. That's good. I read the DMs, but because I like giving you guys like my full attention, I like to wait for I like to wait for a specific time to actually open them. I don't like to just I don't like to just open them like if I'm out or like from the gym or something like that. No, bro. I can't be mad at you um for taking an FTMO challenge. I can't be mad at you for trading a live account. Oh, unless you're new. If you're new and you trade a live account, okay, I'm gonna get on your ass. But if you've been in the group for a while, if you've done your homework, if you now are trying to obviously take that next step, right? Clearing the challenge. Clearing the challenge is the easy part, bro. People love to flex that, but no, that's the easy part. The hard part is maintaining an account. If you can maintain an FTMO account, then you have my salute. Because I've never seen anybody do it. Well, I've only seen like 3 people do it, but yeah, let's see. Yeah. Good. All right. Cool. Obviously, structure is bearish. Nice. Cool. Okay. Cool. I like that. I see what you do here. High, obviously solidified high, break of structure, continuation BOS, continuation BOS, and we have obviously the momentum. And then you have this. So right, remember 3 things that can happen in a POI: open 50% or liquidity grab. Liquidity grab was there. Cool. And then you caught the internal structural range. Yeah, that's nice. See, this is something that not many people were able to do a couple months ago. I'm sorry. This is very hard to explain because, for example, that's something that a lot of people wouldn't be able to read. That's nice. But yeah, this is a nice trade. Very nice trade. Very conservative. So you have the reaction, internal break of structure, and then you have the parameter set by the candle. Nice. And that shows order flow continuation. That's nice. Yep. So my thing here, the only thing I would have probably fixed is my entry would have probably been there. Just to make sure I get in the trade, if that makes sense. Like, I'll add that extra pipette, 2 pipettes of SL to make sure I get in the trade. But my invalidation would have definitely been there. So the same thing happened here. Continuation. But yeah, that's nice. What are restrictions like in Texas? There are no restrictions. I don't remember the last time I used a mask, if I'm being honest. Oh no, actually, only when I go to the doctor, like anything like that. Yeah, bro, clubs are popping. Downtown is popping. All the bars here are popping. All the restaurants are popping. Everything is like back to normal. Yeah, everything's back to normal. COVID pretty much died here. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody having COVID in a long time. Winner for the Euros? I want Denmark to win. Denmark or Italy. So my list would either be Denmark, first choice, Italy, second choice, Spain, third choice, England, fourth choice. I'm sorry, but you guys cannot be saying it's coming home when you're in the semifinals. I hate the media though. The media makes honestly England look bad if I'm being honest. Alright, hold on. Whoever is that, can you mute your mic please? Yeah, bro, but you're speaking like you've already won. It's coming home. You're saying that as if you already won. Sergio, mute your mic. I know it's fine to me. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming home. Both. It makes both look bad. Law of attraction, bro. Manifestation isn't real. Like Sergio once said, manifestation is not real. He knows what I'm talking about. Law of attraction. Nope. Nope. In sports, I don't see it as a law of attraction thing. I see it as a who wants it more. Like you saw Switzerland beat France. I'm just like, Switzerland is not the better team. They just wanted it more. Conor McGregor probably gets slept again if I'm being honest. Even though I want him to win, he'll probably get slept again. But yeah, are we good, guys? Any more charts? All right, so I guess I'll see you guys next Tuesday. See ya.